Well, hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today, 5 looks, 1 palette using the Slush palette by Shop September Rose. So, are you curious to see what I have come up with using this palette? Then just keep on watching. So, 5 looks, 1 palette. I'm sorry, but it's going to be a long one again. Yeah, there's just no other thing for it. At least I didn't forget to film my intro this time, so that's good. But yeah, I will have put timestamps down below in the description box of the video. As I did with the Hasina, I will link it underneath the cards. I will also, at each timestamp, tell you what kind of colors I use. So if it's a pink look or a purple green look, so you can pick and choose and maybe save this video in your favorites so you can check back on how I did some of the looks. I had a lot of fun. I'm sad it's over, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. And here is look number 1. I am actually really inspired by this palette, and the trouble with that is because I am really inspired, I have a lot of ideas, but I have narrowed it down somewhat. Today I'm going to do an all orange look. I'm going to scoot you guys in a bit, and we are going to start with the color Peach Lemonade, this one. And that one is going to go as a transition color. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is one from BH Cosmetics. It is their number 5. And I'm just tapping my brush in the color Peach Lemonade, tapping off excess, and I am going to use this one high. I'm pressing it on because I haven't set my primer. It goes on very nicely. And once you have pressed the shadows on, that is the time that you can start to blend. And if you feel your brush dragging on your eye, it is probably because whatever you put underneath hasn't set completely. I'm going to try to do circles because I'm not very good at circles. I'm just going to blend this out. And I'm holding my brush at the end to put the least amount of pressure on it. I'm also going like this to just pull my eyelid taut a bit, like so. That is color number 1. Oh, itchy. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush. This one is also from BH Cosmetics. It is their number 6, so as you can see it is a little bit smaller. I'm going to go into the color Orange Soda. That's the bright orange, and that one I'm going to place, well, a bit in my crease. At least that is the idea. So I'm placing it lower, and first off I'm going to go like this so that I can pat the color on lower. Then I'm looking forward, and then I can blend it out, because then I can see where I want the color. It appears that the orange we just put on the color Orange Soda isn't as vibrant on my eye as it is in the pan, but that can also be because we have already applied an orange base underneath, like so. And I'm also going to put it underneath my waterline. So I'm taking a pencil brush. This is also from BH Cosmetics, and I like it because it has a nice tip on it. This is their number 10. I'm going to go into the same color, Orange Soda, just with the tip, and then I'm going to drag it underneath my eye. I'm going to do a sexy face. And then what I like to do is make sure that the part that I did underneath my eye is connected to the part on top, if you get my meaning. And that is what it looks like now. I played with this palette yesterday, and yeah, it's actually very easy to blend out, so I'm happy about that. And oh God, I like the colors. So now I'm taking a small, I still don't know what they call this, But this looks like a pencil brush. You have seen this one before, but this one has a rounded tip. It looks dirty. That's because I used it yesterday, but I have a microfiber cloth and there is no extra pigment on it or something like that. But anyway, we are going to go into the color Tiger's Blood. That's the darkest orange, that one. And I'm going to put that one in the outer V. So again, I'm looking down a little and I'm just pressing the color on. Then I'm looking straight ahead so I can see where it is. Just want to deepen up. I don't want it too high. I just want to deepen up the outer part a little. Now it looks like this and I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to close my eyes a little. Drag it a little bit into the crease. Windshield wiper motions gently. And that is what it looks like now. Now I'm also going to take this one underneath, but I'm taking a small flat detail brush. It's this one, it is from Bijl. I'm taking again the color Tiger's Blood just on the tip of the brush. And I want that on my lower lash line, but in the outer corner only. Like so. We have two shimmers in this row. We have Mango and we have Tropical Fruit. This one is Mango, this one is Tropical Fruit. So I am taking a flat brush, also from BH Cosmetics. This is their number 7. I'm going to start with Tropical Fruit, that's the darkest one. I have some on my brush on both sides actually, because I don't know how much I need. Then I'm going to spray it and put it on my eye. I'm going to put it on the outer third. Ooh, this is nice. Actually going to drag it in a little bit. And you can also use it dry, but I prefer to use them wet actually. I'm just putting a little bit more on. I prefer to use them wet because then you get, well, more payoff of the color. So that is what it looks like now and I really like it. Now I'm going to take the detail brush I used before, the small one. I'm going to go into the color Mango, that is the light shimmer, this one, can you see? Yeah. Also going to use that one wet. And I'm going to put that in the inner third. It's actually looking a lot like the darker one. But you can, at least I don't know if it translates on camera, but I can see a difference, but it's subtle. If you hear something, that is my cat. He's weird. It's a red one, he's weird. Anywho, I also want to bring that one down. Really? I don't know if you can hear him, but he's making a lot of noise. He's just so weird. He wants to be petted in front of the in front of the mirror, but yeah. Like so, and I really like it. What I'm going to do actually is take coconut milk, the white one, with my finger and just dab it a little bit in the center, and then with a clean finger pressing on the edges a little, and now we have kind of a spotlight eye going on. Yeah, I like that. I'm also going to use this one a little bit in my inner corner. See what that one does. I'm just using it dry, bringing it a little bit on top of the orange, and why not underneath my brow bone. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera just because it saves time, and then I will see you back in a little bit with liner and mascara on. So I will see you in just a little bit. Okay, just I wanted to show him to you just before I do my other eye. Yes, we have a mirror there, but he actually wants to go outside. I have my window open, so he will probably do that. But yeah, now I'm going to do the other eye. So guys, this is the look with mascara and liner. Now I'm going to do my falsies, some lip gloss, and I will show you the final result. Okay guys, I don't know how it happened, but somehow I lost some footage of look number 1. Thankfully I found a picture that showed the completed look, and that's what you see here. The rest of the video is complete, so please get ready for look number 2. So look number 2 with the Slush palette. I'm going to go with Rose because that's easier for me, but I want to do this one. And I want to do that one. So I think I'm going to start with Lemon and Lime, the green one in the middle. I'm going to take a fluffy brush, but not too fluffy. This is the BH Cosmetics number 6. And I am going to use this as my first shade. So we are all close and personal. And yeah, I'm going to lay down the first shadow. I'm pressing it on. Just pressing. Then I am looking forward. For you, I'm tilting my head down, but I'm looking forward so I can see where I place my shadow. Because I want to see this one, I'm just going to fade it out a bit above where we placed it, so we can get it a little higher. Let me see how it looks up close. That is okay. It's looking a tiny bit patchy, but that could be because I haven't set my eye primer. And this is what it looks like now. Next I am going to use Pink Lemonade, that's this color. I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to take this one. I think it's a smudger brush, but I'm not sure. I'm going to bring that in the outer corner. I'm just dabbing the color on where I want it. I'm looking straight ahead and I want to see this. So I'm bringing it up a little higher. And I'm actually pressing and wiggling, if that makes sense. So when I look forward now, you can see the shadow. What I'm doing now is I'm tilting my head back, and with what's ever left on the brush, I'm dragging it in. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, you can. Let me check. Yeah, that's nice. I'm also tapping it in the outer corner. Then I'm going to take the first brush that I used to set my eye, and I'm just going to gently go over the edge of the green and the pink. Like so. I am going to take a flat brush. I'm going to go into the color Blue Lagoon. It's a very pretty blue shimmer. It is on my brush. I'm going to spray it and I'm going to pop that on my mobile lid. That's nice. I do want to drag it in a little. Like so. Yeah, it's very, very pretty. Then I'm taking the small smudger brush and I'm just going to go over this edge a little to blend it out. Like so. Now I am taking a small detailed brush. I'm going to go into the color Grape, the dark purple on this row. And I want to pop that on my lower lash line on the outside, close to the lashes, making a sexy face. Also bringing it a little bit lower, so I'm I place my brush like this on my eye. Now I'm tilting it so that I can swipe the color and bringing it up a bit, taking a tiny bit more, and I'm just going to go a little bit in the outer corner, and I'm going to drag it up just a tad into the pink so that we don't have a stripe like that, but it blends in a little bit better. That is what it looks like now. Same brush, I just cleaned it off. We're going to take orange soda. It's the bright orange here, and that is going to go also on the bottom waterline. And I'm actually placing it in my tear duct as well, or on my tear duct, bringing it up just a little. And that is the look so far. I kind of like it. I do want to blend the purple into the pink a tiny bit, so I'm taking a tiny bit of the pink, that first color that we used. I will put it in the screen which color it is. Just go over the edge like so. I am taking the first the brush that I used with the green color. It still has a little bit of green pigment on it, and I'm just going to go over this edge to blend it in a little, you know, and just take your time blending. Sometimes using circles, or at least try to, and other times I'm just going in windshield wiper motions. Yeah, that's a bit better. So can also go on the bottom to clean it up a bit. The only thing left for me to do is highlight, and I am going to use, because I really like that one actually, is this one. It's a light blue shimmer and it is called Bubblegum, but I'm using this one again. Going to go into the color Bubblegum, going to spray it, and I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. Like so. Yeah, the orange needs to be the same brush, and it's still a little bit wet, but I do want the orange to pop a bit more. That is it. This is a flat eyeshadow brush, well, packing brush. Just a little bit of the coconut milk, the white, and I'm just popping this underneath my brow bone. And then I'm turning my brush around where I don't have any product, and I'm just swiping across the edge. And that is it. This is one eye done. I'm going to do the other eye, and then I will be back and show you the result with liner and mascara and all that good stuff. And then I will be back to show you the final look with lashes. So guys, this is the look with lashes. Oh no, not with lashes, with mascara and liner and a lipstick and blush and bronzer. I'm going to do my falsies, and then I will be back and show you the finished result with lashes. So guys, this is the look with lashes on. And I really like how it turned out. So let's get on with look number 3. Today we are going to play with this roll. So yeah, I am just going to start. I am taking a fluffy brush. This is one from Bailey. It is their 221, and I am going to start with the color Cotton Candy. And we are going to use that as a transition shade. I'm going to scoot in a little bit closer. Timestamps will be below as well. I forgot to mention, I have my eye primer on, and I only set the top part of my eye with powder. And now I am tapping the color on. I did tap off excess, And I want to use this as a transition shade. I'm just tapping the color where I want it. If I need more, I will get more. Now I'm going to blend the color out a bit without any extra product on my brush. We are just making it a little bit easier for the shadows to blend out later. Am I happy? Yeah, I am. So we have a nice soft wash of pink going on now. I am taking a smaller brush. This one is also from Bailey. It's their number 230. And we are going to go into the color Pink Lemonade. That's this one. It is a little bit darker, but still a bright pink. And that color is going to go into the crease. So I am looking forward. I'm starting at my outer corner and I'm following my lower lash line up. That is where I place the shadow. I'm just tapping it on where I want it. And now I can see where I want it, so I can look down a bit and connect the shadow. I want a little bit more, but I want it to show up when I'm looking forward. So I'm looking forward. That is about where I want it. What I can do now is just look down, follow this line. I'm just packing some more color on. Looking forward, and then I can see a light wash of color, and that is what I want. But you can also see here that I have a little bit of skin, and I actually want to deepen that up as well. So I'm going to look down. I'm going to bring the shadow a little bit lower. Now I'm taking a clean brush. This is one from BH Cosmetics. It is their number 6. And I am just gently going back and forth. Small windshield wiper motions. And just blend the edge. Not putting a lot of pressure on my brush. As you can see, my eyelid is actually not moving. I'm barely touching my skin. And I do want the color up a little higher because my eye is going like this. At the top I want it to be a nice rounded shape, so I'm going back with the detail brush and just bring the shadow up a little higher. And just work the shadow until you are happy with the shape that you have. I like this shape. Oh, I want to deepen up my outer corner a bit, so I am taking a pencil brush actually. This one is also from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to go into the color Cherry Limeade. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I don't know. I'm using the tip of my brush. I'm looking down a bit and I am placing this in my outer corner, tapping and swiping up. And I'm also bringing this down in the corner of my lower lash line. What you can do then is just connect it up and just go as high as you want to actually. And now I'm just pushing the shadow up a bit to fade it into the bright pink we have going on. Like so. I didn't set my concealer, so I need to tap sometimes. This palette, for me at least, not yet. It has not given me any fallout, but that is also probably because I tap off my brush. I do want the darker part a little bit higher, I see. Just using the tip. Like so. Now we are going to use the color Strawberry. It is a shimmer. It's this one. It's really, really pretty. I'm taking a small detail brush. This is also by Bailey. This is a flat one. I have a review on these brushes on my channel. I will link it underneath the cards if I don't forget. I've put the shadow on my brush. I'm just spraying it to get maximum payoff. And I am just placing it on my eye. Maybe I need another brush. Because it works, but it takes too long. I'm taking a flat eyeshadow brush. This one is a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and has a little bit more fluffy bristles to grab product. Yes, this is a bit better. And of course you can always use your fingers or a sponge tip applicator. And I am pressing and dragging just a little. Now I do want to go back to my small detail brush because I am in my inner corner. So that can be just a little bit more precise. I like that actually. Yeah, I do want to bring this one on my lower lash line as well. Let's see how it works out. Spraying the brush again. I'm using the small detail brush by Bailey. I'm going to do the sexy thing. Like so. Yeah, I like that. What I am going to do is with the color Sour Cherry, this one, the bottom one, on the same detail brush, I just cleaned it on a cloth, and I'm going to tap it over the shimmer to create a little bit of a darker shimmer, if you know what I mean. And then just dab it with my finger. Oh yeah, don't mind the nails. I took them off because I need to do them again. So now we have more of a gradient. So I'm going to leave the top part largely alone. I am going to go with the same detail brush. It's clean again, into the color Coconut Milk, the white. I'm going to plop that in my inner corner. And I'm going to bring it up a bit and around the tear duct, just to get a nice ombre effect. Like so. I want my lash line to be a bit darker, so I am taking a flat brush, going into the color Cherry Limeade again, using the tip and a little bit on the side, and I want to place that as close to my lower lash line as possible. So I'm doing the sexy thing again. I'm just pressing it on, pressing and wiggling at the same time. Yeah, that is the eye look for now. I am going to do the other eye. Then I will scoot back a little so you can see my face. I'm going to do the other eye. Then I'm going to do mascara and maybe some eyeliner. I'm not sure yet. And then I will be back and I will show you what it looks like then. So just hold on tight. I'll be right back. So guys, this is look so far. I added mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I didn't use eyeliner. I actually used this eye pencil by Essence. It will be listed down below. And yeah, I'm going to put on my falsies. And I will see you in a minute with the look with falsies on. So everyone, this is the final look with my lashes on. I really like it. So yeah, this was look 3 with the Slush palette, and now we are going to go into look 4. And yeah, I was thinking about doing something over here. We shall see how it turns out. I am going to scoot you in a little closer, like so. And yeah, let's just get started. I have the BH Cosmetics number 6. I am going to start with Blue Hawaiian. It's this pretty teal blue color. And I'm going to put that in the crease. And I am going to try something different, so let's see if that will work. As usual, I only have set the upper part of my eye. So I am stamping the color on, and I am actually stopping halfway. I'm bringing it down a bit, and then I'm actually slightly, gently going to blend it just a little, so we don't have any patchiness. I'm also bringing it a little bit down into the crease. And this is a color that if you have a very fluffy brush, this one is more dense, but if you have a very fluffy brush, this is light enough to use as a pastel, so that is nice. I am cleaning off my brush in between. I am taking the same brush and going into the color Raspberry, this one. I'm just going to try something, I don't know if it will work. Tap in the brush. This one is going to go in the center. It's not showing up, so I need a, oh, itchy. Probably a bit of a denser brush, so I'm taking this one from Bailey. It's a bit more dense. And I am just stamping it on. And as you can see, this is also a lighter color. And you can build it up. But this is also, if you want a little bit of a softer pastel-y look, I think this one will do very, very nicely. And as you can see, I am just stamping it on my eye. Bringing it down a little. Like so. I am taking one of the densest brushes that I have. This one from Bailey. Yes, it looks dirty, but it's actually not. I'm going to go into the color Banana. And this one is going to go on the inside of my eye. And I am stamping this on the inner part of my eye. Let me see. Yeah, it actually shows up. I think this one is more vibrant than the one that I have in the Extra Spice palette, so I like that. I'm also bringing it down. I don't have a shimmery yellow in this palette, so what I am doing is I am also stamping this on the mobile lid in the inner corner, and we are going to see if we can make it a little bit shimmery later with the coconut milk. I think we can. But yeah, this is the upper part on one eye. I'm quickly going to do the same on the other eye before I forget what I did here. So, we have both eyes. I am taking a clean, fluffy brush. Just going to gently go over the edges. I'm actually trying to go by color a bit. What I'm actually doing now is just swiping it up. What I want to do is I'm taking the first brush, tapping it lightly in the color Blue Hawaiian, and I'm just very gently going to use that to blend the edges, like so. I am going to use the color Berry Blast. That's this nice purple shimmer on my mobile lid. And I am taking my sponge tip applicator because then I can just be a bit more precise with it. I am not going to go over the yellow. I am taking it a bit over the blue, just a little. And I'm just dabbing and swiping at the same time. But not too hard, like so. I actually really like the color Blue Lagoon. This one, it's a dark blue with a shimmer in it. And I think I am going to put that somewhere over there. So I'm taking a small detail brush. And I'm going to use it dry first to see what it does. And I'm just putting that in my outer corner. Maybe it is the brush, but I don't see shimmer. Let me swatch it. It is very, very subtle, so I don't know if it will show up on my eye, but now I have it on my finger anyway. Ah, now I can see a little bit of sparkle, yeah. Okay, now I have a blue finger. I don't want to bring this color up too high. Just in the crease. So I'm taking my sponge tip again. It still has a little bit of the purple on it, and I'm, without any extra product, just going over the edge between the purple and the dark blue. I like that. I'm going to bring the dark blue underneath as well. I'm taking the same brush I had, tapping it off and placing it carefully, hoping I don't get any fallout because I already did my eyes underneath my eye. Do I have fallout? No, it's actually pretty good. And now I'm connecting it. I am taking the detail brush we used for the yellow. I just cleaned it off and I'm just going to make that edge not so sharp. And I know technically this is not a blending brush, but I'm going to use it anyway. That was not really what I was going for. So I am taking a thingy. Spit never hurt anyone. I'm just cleaning up that line a bit. Now I'm taking the brush that I used for my concealer and I'm just dabbing over it. It's a bit more dramatic than I was going for actually, but it's okay. I am going to bring this one up a little. I didn't put any extra product on my brush. It's actually pretty fun. Huh. Well, okay. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side. Wish me luck. Because this side was not planned, so... And because I need to do the same thing on that side, I am starting from the bottom to help create that blue wing. And I'm just taking my time with it. Wow. So yeah, both eyes done. And again, it wasn't really what I was going for today. Doesn't matter. I thought, I woke up this morning and I thought, let's keep it subtle. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with the small fluffy detail. Oh no, it's not fluffy. My detail brush, making sure that all the blue is off. I'm going to go into the yellow color Banana, the one that we used on the inner part. I'm going to bring it down a little bit into the blue. And I want to bring a little bit of the purple down as well. So I'm taking my sponge tip because I just find that I can get the best payoff that way. I'm just taking the tip of the tip, so just the tip, and I am going to plop it somewhere. Actually doing it close to the lash line, on top of my lashes actually. So we have something like this. Now I'm going to try and transform the yellow to a shimmer. We have this color Coconut Milk, and if I swatch it for you, you can see that it has a bit of a sheen in it. That is what I'm going to use to try and transform the yellow, the matte yellow, into a bit of a shimmer. So I have a little bit on my brush. I'm tapping off excess and then I'm just going to press it on the yellow, at least on my mobile lid. I want a bit more and some in my inner corner. Now I'm flipping the brush where I have no product. I'm just going to wiggle it a little to get the coconut and the yellow to mix more. And now we have a shimmery yellow. Not as shimmery as the one in the Hasina palette, but shimmery enough for my purpose. Also want that in the tear duct and a bit down. And maybe a little bit up. Like so. I'm going to try and copy that on the other side. Also going over the edges. And there you have it. I think this is fun. Yeah. So it is a lot more bold than I was going for, but that doesn't matter. I am going to finish the rest of my makeup and will show you the look with mascara in just a second. So here is the look with mascara. And I thought I would do something different today. So instead of a black liner, I used a blue one, and I will show you which one I used. It's from Catrice and it is their Rock Couture in blue. I'm going to put on my falsies and I will be right back. So this is the finished look with my lashes on. I like it. It's really dramatic for me, but yeah, I really like how it turns out. Let me know what you guys think and get ready for the last look, look number 5. Ooh, that's very up close and personal, isn't it? So, okay, let's get started with the last look. I'm taking my, it's a small fluffy brush, it's from Bailey. We are going to go into the color Dark Currant, that's the darkest of the purples. Dabbing in the brush, tapping it off, and I am going to place it on the outside half of my eye. And I am just pressing the shadow on, looking forward so I can see where I press it. That's it. And I am stopping at the crease because we probably need to cut the crease later. I am taking a detail brush from Bailey, going to go into the same color, Black Currant, and I am lifting up my eye and just connecting it to my mobile lid. Then I'm looking forward again and just pressing on the side of my mobile lid. I just want to connect the color with my lash line. So we have a thin stripe there. I'm going to do the same on the other eye real quick, like so. And now I'm looking really silly. Well guys, this is the look. You like it? No. I'm just cleaning off my brush in between, the same one that I used, this one from Bailey, and I'm going to go into the color Dark Cherry. That's a little bit lighter of a purple, and we will see. The colors look very similar when I swatch them, so I am curious how they perform on the eye. I'm also tapping this on, and now I'm actually going down. And unfortunately, as you can see, they look, well, for me, I hope it translates on camera, but they look really similar on the eye. So that's actually a little bit of a bummer, but what can you do? Yeah, so I don't think it doesn't really matter. I am going to bring the dark purple down a bit into my crease. And then I will clean my brush and take the Dark Cherry. Still looking silly. I'm going to take my Morphe M, is it a 5? Yeah, it's the 514, yeah. And I'm just going to blend the edges. And just take your time for this, because this can take a while. Now, as you may know, I'm not proficient with circles. So I'm just trying to pull the shadow where I want. I just cannot do circles, it's so annoying. I'm also going down a bit. And if you see now, this is the difference. So I'm just lightly, and I have my brush on the tip, and I'm not really using the tip of my brush, but I'm more using this side part, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to see if I can achieve the same on the other eye. Can someone teach me how to do circles? Hey, I did a circle. That's funny. Oh, so I'm getting better, that's nice. And if you feel that you have gone out too far, you can always clean it up later with a little bit of concealer. I think this side is a bit more pink than this side. So I'm going to dip this brush into the color Dark Cherry real quick. Tap off excess, and I'm just going to use it to bring it a little bit higher here and here. Because the look I was going for is just out of the window, because the two colors are so similar. I'm just going to do the purple on top. I think we need to cut the crease actually. And that one's going to be funny, because I have hooded eyes. If I cut my crease, it's going to be up really high, and I actually don't want that. But it is what it is. I'm going to get my concealer and a small brush. This one is just a small lip brush. I don't know which brand it is. And I'm putting concealer on the back of my hand, and we are going to cut the crease. Yay! And the reason that I'm cutting the crease is because I want to use green on my eye as well. And if you blend green and purple together, you get brown, and I don't want that. But I also don't want the cut crease to be too high. So I am looking down, like so. And now I need to set it before I look up again. I'm going to tap it out a bit. Yeah, I know the edge is not really... I want the edge to be a bit more precise actually. So I'm just pulling my eyebrow up to get the skin taut or stretched. And I'm trying to clean up the edge. And I'm stopping here on the outside. Now, you know, I think that's as clean as I'm going to get it. I will bring it in a little. Something like that. The trouble is, I cannot look forward because then my cut crease is getting higher and I don't want that. So I am taking just any fluffy brush and I'm going to set it now. And I know usually I don't like to set my concealer, but now I have to because otherwise I have a very high crease. And if you're Dutch, you probably remember Bassie and Adriaan. I don't want to look like Bassie. Yeah. So I'm just tapping on the powder, gently swiping across. And now I'm hoping that if I look up, it doesn't transfer. Yay, it worked. So I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other eye. And what I'm doing is actually following the line of my socket and praying that they are even in a minute. And you know, this is something I don't often do. I did a cut crease in my Hasina looks, but when I look back, I'm like, it's way too high up, the color. Don't look up, don't look up. Raising my eyebrows and looking down because again, I don't want it to transfer up, so I'm going to set it real quick. Again, normally if I do a cut crease, which you can see in my Hasina, when I look up, you can see where my mobile lid touches the hood. Then when I look down, I'm having to cut the crease to about here. You know, so that is really high. This way, you can cut the crease lower, just look down, set it immediately, and then you can do what you want again. I haven't seen that anywhere, just made that up. And there was probably someone out there who already knows this and goes like, I do that every time. But I didn't know that. So sometimes you have brilliant ideas, or at least I do. We will start with this one from Bailey, and the color Sour Apple is this one, the dark green, and that's going to go on the outside. And I'm building it up slowly, so I'm just tapping the tip of my brush in, tap off excess, look down, because I only want to use it on the part that we cut. I don't want to blend it together with the purple. So I'm pressing it on, not going to the edge because I think I need another brush. This one is smaller. It's just a small flat eyeshadow brush going into the same Sour Apple. I'm pressing my brush in, tapping off excess, and now I can go to the edge of the cut crease. And I'm actually just pressing the color on. Again, I don't want to mix those two because I don't want brown. I think it's a bit patchy, so that's not nice, but that could also be the brush. And I am stopping a little less than halfway. Going to do the same on the other eye as well. Do I have fallout? Let me check. No, not really. A tiny bit, but not really. It is, however, a little bit patchy, but again, that could be my brush. So what I'm going to do is take my small detail brush from Bailey and see what it does then. That's a bit better. So it's probably just a brush. You could always spray your brush and use the color wet if you want to, like so. Okay, next color. I am staying in the small brush. I'm cleaning it off. And we are going to go into the color Cucumber Lime. That's this one. It reminds me a bit of, how do you say that? Army green. But that one is going to go on the inside, all the way in. Oh, it's a nice color actually. And I am going to blend these two a bit. And what I'm putting it on my eye first, but I think I'm going to try this one wet as well. I'm getting a bit of Doomar vibes. Now, if you're Dutch and you're my age, you probably know the band Doomar. There was they were a Dutch band, and I really still like the songs, but they had a logo that was this kind of green, maybe a bit more between these two colors, and then a pink. Those were their colors. So I'm getting a Doomar vibe. And Doomar, if you translate that in English, it translates as go ahead. So you learned something. I use the same color Cucumber Lime, but now I'm spraying the brush. And I have it on my brush already because I want to see what it does wet. It's patchy now. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. I'm going over the edge. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Blend it together. That's actually pretty funny. I am going to do the bottom lash line. I'm taking my pencil brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to go into the color Blue Raspberry, that's the dark blue. And I'm going to use that on the bottom lashes. Do the sexy face. Oh, and tap out creasing. So, creasing is tapped out. I'm going to place the blue raspberry underneath. Till about there. I'm also bringing it up and deepening it up a bit. I have an idea, so we will see if that works. I'm going to do the same on the other side. What I have is this one. It's from Catrice. It's their Rock Couture liquid liner in blue shimmer. I am going to attempt to place that on top of the cut crease, right on the edge of the purple and the green. So wish me luck. I don't know if I can do this. So oh, I do know I cannot do it like this. The tip is flexible. I'm going to do something different. Taking my angled brush because that one is stiffer. Okay, you need to make sure if you have hooded eyes that your skin is stretched as far as it will go, that you don't have any creasing. Do not blink. Now, it is not as clean as I would have liked it, but it's fun, and I'm doing weird things with my face, but it needs to dry. I'm getting cramp in my forehead. Okay, let's try the other side. This eye is my good eye, so that was going to be fun. Okay. Oh, this one's actually going better. And I'm just scraping some of the tip of the wandy thingy. And just painting. And of course this side is better than the other one. That's fun! Look how fun! Okay, so now I need to sit like this for 5 minutes for it to dry. So I will let it dry and I will see you in a little when it's dry. So that's fun. I need something like this. And then I'm going to take the color Blue Raspberry again, the dark green. I'm pressing my brush in and I want to connect the blues. And what I also want to do is go like this. I think that's fun. Not done. Almost. Blue on this one, so it's the same color I've been using. And I'm just going to deepen up the outer part. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. That's so much fun. That is so much fun. God, this is going to be a long video. We need the color Bubblegum. That's this one. I am taking my small Biley brush, dipping it in, and we're going to use this wet. And that is going to go in the inner corner. I'm going to bring it up a little and down. I'm going to place it on, oh, you cannot see, I'm sorry. I'm going to place it on top of the blue a bit, and I want to place it a little bit here on the pink and a little on the green. I do need to say it doesn't want to go over the green very well, but that could be because we used the green wet, or I did, but it is pretty. I'm just going to feather it out a bit on top of the light green, so that we have a little bit of a sparkle thing going on. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This is what I wanted to achieve actually, and I think it's kind of fun. Yep, okay, that is that for the eyes. For now I am going to use, I think, a tiny bit of liner to help define my lashes, mascara, and I will see you in a minute. So the look with, well, almost completely done. The only thing that is missing are my falsies, but if you don't wear falsies and want to stop with mascara, this is what it will look like. Now I am putting on my falsies and then I will be right back. So this is the finished look with lashes. I wanted a bit of a flirtier style, so I didn't choose my Catrice wispy style today, but I got the Primark full look. I also put some mascara on my bottom lashes because I felt that there was a little bit missing. And yeah, this is the last look of the series, and I'm kind of sad about that because I really liked filming these looks. It really took me out of my comfort zone, and I felt really creative with all the nice colors of this little palette. Well, not so little. These were the looks. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know down in the comment section what you thought about the looks. Maybe you have a favorite look. Let me know. If you want me to create more with this palette, also let me know. Maybe there are some color combinations that you haven't seen in the looks and you would like me to do. Let me know, because yeah, I like nothing more than to playing with makeup. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you will be notified when I upload my next video, which will be very soon. For now, I am signing off and I'm wishing you all a great day. Bye guys.